Hi, I'm Sigma, and today we are doing the first episode of Motion Mondays. And today this is going to be a tutorial on how to do the effect that I've currently got set up. This is a just pretty simple letter of an S with a bit of a nice colour gradients and stuff on. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to get File, New, and the first thing we're going to do is obviously the letter. This is a spline tutorial sort of one. So we're going to use B-spline, which is under this tab, third one along. And then wherever you want, however big you want your thing, just draw it on. So I think I'll have mine like this time. I want it to have a nice curve in it, so that's better. I like that sort of curve. So once you've got your spline, you can now go into this view again. And because we did it on the top, which it won't be flat on the ground, and these will be all on the same plane, which wouldn't have happened if we'd done it in perspective view. If you're ever drawing something with a spline or any sort of drawing on this, do it on one of these three views, then it's all on one plane. Just a handy tip. So get a sweep NURBS and plop this in, and then go into here again and pick whatever sort of thing you want it to look like. Like you could have a H profile sort of thing, or an I, whatever you want to think it looks like. The one I showed earlier was with a 4-side, but I think I'm going to do. I'll try it with a star, see what it looks like. So I think I'm just going to scale it down slightly, but that's all we really need to do, and then just put that in there. Let me just, this one is going to be a bit different. For this you may have to click reverse, or 1 second. Trying to figure out what I did to make this right last time. Flip normal? Okay, the star doesn't seem to want to work. Or does it? Oh, it has worked, it just looks very odd. So I don't think I'm going to use a star actually. Do a H. Okay, so this is going to be a girder sort of situation. So this is quite blocky, sort of, not many subdivides going along here, which if you want it to look like that, good, but I want mine to be sort of better in sort of that situation, if you get what I mean. Hope you do. I am going to have to fix now. So the way I did this was going on to intermediate points and putting this on uniform and then cranking this up, and then it just is a bit cleaner. Say put the 72 or something, and then you've got a nice clean curve. So, let me just zoom back to this. On this one, we had it so that it came to a point. Obviously, I wouldn't want this with a girder, but I will show you how to do it. For this, the way I managed it was an end scale, making that go a lot smaller on that end, which works for that end, but if you do it on the other, actually you can't do front scale, which you don't really need anyway, because you can do it a smarter way, which gives you better results, I'd say, because you can get it to go on both ends. This is using this little box down here, so click on that and drag it down, then put that so it goes up a bit. Then you can take it down to like 0 if you want it to go to a fine point, and bump that up. And you can do the same with the other end, so that it actually goes to a point from both sides but goes up to the top in the middle, which looks quite nice on this, but actually I think I'll stick with that. So that's how we set that up. If you wanted it to be just still, that's how you'd leave it. But we want to add some motion into this, some colour, and then a nice white background that allows shading to happen on it. For this, we're going to have to go back into Sweep Nodes. We can close the Details tab now. And then go to, let's say we want it to start from 0 at 10. So Control click there, sets key point, and we'll say we want it to complete on 80. And then Control click on there again. That allows it to be animated going along the spline. Could also, if you don't want it to form the letter, could have the start growth start there and then finish at 100 itself. So it just sort of traces itself through. But that's not what I want for this effect anyway, so there's the effect. And it's got put backwards. 0. There we go. So that's the effect. We're now going to make a colour, which I'll make in the big view so you can see it better. We added this turn off specular. Go into colour. This is literally, you only need colour to do this, but if you want a bit of reflection, I'll show you how to put that in too. You can also use the free material pack that I put out. It's got 6 materials. They're made pretty much similar to this. That came out like a week ago or something, I think now. So go down to Effects and Luminas. This is a thing that I found, I think about a month back, and it just allows renders to look so much nicer if you're wanting like to bounce off of something a bit. So go into the, if you click on that and then click on the double click on that. Now is the time to pick your colour, which I think I'm going to go for a bluey grey sort of colour, round about that. Then go to the Anstruffer Pay, I think that's how you say it, maybe, God knows. And then click Activate and go down to Shrink Wrap it if it is not already set on it. Give you this line down your material, that's fine. If you're changing colour to like green or something, you might want specular 2 and 3 to be a green, but customize it to what you want, sort of thing. To put a bit of reflection in, just go down to reflection, take down your brightness maybe, and put Fresnel on or something, and it might make it look quite nice like that. So that's the material done. We can now just put that on, and it's just a material currently. We need to light it, which I usually do by making a area light above, putting it on something like that angle. Lift up. Then you can have like some lights around it. You know how to light, I'm guessing, so I'll just dot some lights around and make it look nice. I'll put one quite close actually as well. And allow that one to be animated. Okay, so we've got our little lighting rig done. Now I'll just put them all on soft shadow, which just makes it a bit easier later. And if I play it through a bit to like there, you can now see that you've got some problems with the light, the effects on the texture. I can barely speak today. So what we're going to have to do to get this, go into render settings, go down to anti-aliasing, and put that into best, and if it's still not fixed, put it up to 2 plus 2 times 2. That should fix this problem. Ooh. That's a not enough line problem. Okay, if you've got that sort of problem on yours, all you need to do really is go back down to your spline, uniform, and crank it up a bit more. Or play around with the settings and stuff until you get something that looks right. Ooh. Don't click that button. Just put it on uniform. It looks alright. Great. So that's how we get that sort of effect. That's why that light isn't making much difference. Okay, to get this light to work properly as I intended, I have to delete some keyframes off of it. Put a light like, I'll just get a new one, pretty close down to the object, say there. So when it goes past, we get this sort of a light bouncing off of it there. You can see it. Let me just try and get a better angle. Soft shadows. Yeah, so it just gets more light glinting off of it, giving like a extreme bright, which you might like the look of, or you might not, and you can change it if you don't like it. So we've got it looking okay, but on this one I had a all white background even when I was off of the plane, giving a nice shadow. So we've got to do that next. Go back to that view. So spawn in a plane and size it up to about just bigger than what your finished thing is, which that's about right for me. I then took the object up a bit, but I might need to take that up with the lights. There we go. So we've got a bit of a space to cast some shadows. Now need a background layer as well, and a material. Go into this material, turn off specular, because specular just screws with things. And the way I made this was with a gradient this time of just from a light white to just slightly off. And I think it was on spherical. I will just leave it on that setting. So then apply that to your... Why did that apply to light? To your plane and your background. Obviously, we have still got a problem. That it gives you this line here, which can be done with one of the most used tags is compositing, and then just click composite background. I can't speak today. Then go into the material and put that onto frontal. This then will... Oh, I know why that's happening. This plane isn't big enough. There we go. It's because I've got too many lights low down on that side, I think. Put that up a bit. That better. Okay, that material's just screwing with it. So we'll just leave it as a matte for now, and it should work. Yep, there we go. And there you have it, a nice shadow. It hasn't come out as nicely as the previous one did, but it has all the same sort of effects. That one I prefer. I think I put a twist in this one as well. And some more light. So that is how to make that effect. Hope you liked the tutorial. Jesus, this has gone on for a long time. But come back next Monday for more Motion Monday. Tomorrow will be a 2D video, and to see what my sort of schedule for videos is, look in the description or on the About page, I think it is, on the channel. And I've got them all written down here, like stuff to do. So hope you like it, and catch you guys later.